y'all, Craig Wall, Georgia Trapping and Fishing. I just got back from the trap line, didn't catch nothing but a big-headed possum. What better day is it to cook some cinnamon raisin bread? So let's get on over here and make some bread. Okay, as you can see, I got all my ingredients that it calls for right here. Here's everything it calls for. I hope this shows up. For a 1.5 pound loaf, I'm doing a 1.5 pound instead of the 2 pound. Let me see. It takes 1 cup of water, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of non-fat dry milk, 2 tablespoons of butter or vegetable oil. I'm using butter. 2 3/4 cups of bread flour, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of bread machine yeast, and 3/4 cups of raisins. So I may add just a little bit extra cinnamon and raisins and just see how it comes out. But let's get it all mixed up and we'll get her cooking. All right, whenever you're mixing up your mix, you always start at the top and work your way down, because you start with your wet ingredients and work your way to the driest ingredients. So start with, we need 1 cup of water. So I'm gonna get us 1 cup of water. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add our water. Next thing, we'll do our 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Teaspoon. What I do is I just level it out with a knife. There's 1 teaspoon. And need a 1/2 teaspoon. There's a 1/2 teaspoon. Whoa. All right, there's 1/2 teaspoon. So we're good with our salt. Alright. Ooh. That's more than I usually use on regular bread. I'd use 1/4 cup of sugar. So hang tight. Alright, we're not going to use that. We're using this one. That's our 1/4 cup of sugar. That's a lot more than I usually use on white bread. Okay. Now we need 2 tablespoons of non-fat dry milk. 2 tablespoons. Here's our non-fat dry milk. Oh, individual packs, I mean. Scissors to get in this. Oh, thumb stuck. Oh, all right. All right, 2 tablespoons. That right there is a tablespoon. All right, I'll level that off. There's 1. Okay, there's 2. All right, should be good on that. All right, next we got 2 tablespoons of butter or vegetable oil. Here's my butter. All right, I'm gonna get me off 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. And yes, I've already washed my hands. All right, it says to cut it up in smaller pieces. It's easier for it to blend it up, so. All right, I think that's small enough. That's 2 tablespoons there. Like I said, you can use vegetable oil. I just like to use butter. Get that out of the way. Next we got 2 3/4 cups of bread flour. And there is a difference between regular self-rising flour and bread flour. I don't know what that difference is, but all right, 2 3/4 cups. There's 1, 2, 3/4. I don't have a sifter. It'd probably be better if I did have a sifter. I get a better measurement. Whoa, that's 3 cups. Some of y'all got to go back in the house. All right, that looks like 2 3/4 cups right there to me. All right, so we're gonna add that flour. All right, we're good on our flour. One and a half teaspoons of cinnamon. Dadgummit, I forgot to buy cinnamon. Hope I got some. Got a little bit. 2 1/2 teaspoons. And don't it seem to y'all like it ought to be a little more than 2 1/2 teaspoons? Maybe it's just me, but I think it should be more than that. But there's 1. Two. Oh, let's do 3. Let's do 3 just to see what happens. Let's live on the edge. All right, there's 3. Y'all can tell I make a heck of a mess when I cook. All right, next thing we got is our 2 teaspoons of bread machine yeast. And I've been using this bread yeast, so I know it's still good. There's one. There's two. Put that back up. Okay, what it'll do is it'll go through the process and it'll knead it for 10 minutes, I think. I'm trying to find on here. It'll knead it for 10 minutes and it'll beat 10 times. That's when we add our raisins. So let me see. It'll knead for 10 minutes, and then it'll rise for 5. Then the beeper will go off. So let's go ahead and get her loaded in here. Locked and loaded. Plug her up. We want to be on cycle number 5. And medium crust. All right. There we go. So it'll mix it, knead this up, and then it'll rise for 5 minutes. Then when we hear the 10 beeps, we'll add our raisins. So let's go ahead and get our, how many raisins do we need? Three-quarter cups of raisins. We're going with 1 cup of raisins. I think we need more raisins. Everybody needs more raisins. All right. So we'll have these ready to go in when it's done. Alright, it's about as close to raisins as we're going to get. Alright, time to add our raisins. Now we just let it rock and roll for 2 hours and 50 minutes. And we should have some bread. Alright, y'all. Bread's been cooking for 2 hours and 50 minutes. So almost 3 hours. Supposed to be ready. We're going to go ahead and get it out of here. Make sure it's loose on the sides. Feels like it is. Don't feel like it's stuck at all. All right. There we go. Woo, y'all check that out. Looks real good. So we gotta let it sit and cool for 10 minutes before we cut it, and then we'll cut it up and see how it does. All right, give her a try here. It's been about 10 minutes. I've got to get me a real bread knife because this ain't wanting to cut. Woo, y'all check that out. Looks like it turned out perfect to me. All right, we're gonna have to get a piece of this buttered up. I got to try it. All right, y'all, here's the taste test. Had to slap me some butter on it. Ooh, that's pretty doggone good. Well, y'all, I appreciate you coming along. Thank you for watching. And I reckon I'll see you on the next one.